Good morning. This morning we're going to be going over taping your ET tube. First I'll go over supplies. So we have our tape that is pre-measured and pre-cut. We have a gauze for two purposes. You can wipe off the cheeks and also for the person holding the ET tube so it doesn't get slimy. We have our Duoderm patches here to go on baby's cheeks. We have a Cabalon barrier film. It helps adhere the sticky stuff to baby's face. And then we have a tape measure, okay? And a pair of scissors. So first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna have your assistant hold your ET tube for you. You're gonna note your measurement at the gum, which on this baby is 8. You always wanna use the gum. The lips swell, they move. The gums, not so much, generally, okay? First thing you're gonna do is wipe baby's cheeks off. Be careful, don't get this in their eyes. It's not meant to go in the eyes, just on the skin, okay? You're gonna apply your Tegasorb patches here. Okay. It's helpful sometimes to put your hand on or even put them up under the warmer so they kind of melt a little bit onto baby's face. It helps them stick. But you can, a lot of times, hold it up to the warmer up here because these kids are often under a heat source. Again, you want to be careful when you put it on not to get their eyes in it. Okay, so usually when I measure all the way across from the tragus of the ear to the tragus of the ear, okay? It will generally leave it a little bit long, but you can always make it shorter, all right? So here comes the hard part, which is peeling the tape off. So what you're gonna do, I like to keep the fold of the tape right at the corner of the lip so it keeps it snug there, okay? And you're gonna take this top piece and go right across the top of the lip like a little mustache, all right? I secure it down there. Then I ask my assistant to please come out. Then I'm gonna make sure it's snug in the corner of the mouth, okay? You don't want it pressed up against there, but you want it snug here so that your cheek here kind of serves as an anchor, okay? I like to look one more time because I'm uber cautious about where it is. I can see 9 here, so that should mean 8 there. And then I'm just gonna snake it up the tube, okay? I'm gonna try not to tape the tape to itself. There we go. All the time being gentle and remembering that we don't want to put too much tension on this tube. Okay, when I get to the end, I give it a little tiny fold over, just that way your friendly neighborhood respiratory therapist doesn't hate you when they go to retape it. Okay, then on the other side, on the other piece of tape, we do the same thing, okay? The only difference being, you can see how I went under this time. This time I'm just gonna go back in the other direction, okay? So you're gonna go right over the, I try to stay on top of the other one so that we don't rip up baby's face any more than necessary. This just goes right over top, okay? Again, I kind of push down to make sure it's secure. And you see last time I went under in this way, so this time I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna go around in the other direction, okay? Snaking up again, trying to keep everything snugly and tight. Fold for a little piece at the end, and then I just kind of put a little tension on the tube there, okay? And you're pretty secure there, okay? So the last thing you want to do before you go is you're going to measure and make sure you didn't move that tube when you were jostling everything around. So we know it's supposed to be at 8 at the gum. I go by the last number you can see, okay? So 14, 13, that should be 12 there. So it should be 11, 10, 9, and 8 at the gum there. So that's exactly where we should be, okay? And that's it. Then I just like to go over and make sure everything's snug down to the face because you want it. These little babies sometimes are drooly and slimy and you just want to make sure everything sticks. All right, again, listen afterwards, make sure you're still have equal aeration in both lungs and everything sounds good, and then hopefully you should be good to go.